Boom! Happy Hot Wednesday, you fucks. It's July 8th. Ooh, the sun is out. It's burning. Yeah, early speculation back in March. Oh, maybe the sun will burn away the coronavirus. Maybe it'll kill the germs. Wrong. Sorry, not in America. We're a bunch of big, dumb fucking idiots who can't wear a mask because we don't respect other people and have no self-respect ourselves, and we're just like, it's not real, it's a hoax, haha. Let me just go to a pool party and share a beer with like 11 girls, and let me just go eat at a restaurant, and then whoops, ended up in the hospital and dead and all that. So just have some respect for other people. I don't give a shit what you believe about it. If you think it's a hoax, whatever, wear a fucking mask. Respect other people. If there's a possibility that you could save other people's lives or stop giving it to others, just wear it. It's a tiny inconvenience. Don't have a public freak out at Costco and do that and make like a nice viral video because you're an asshole. So anyway, where are we? I'm checking the date. It's July 8th. I'm going, is Trump still in office? Ah, dang it, he still is. How is that big fat Cheeto piece of shit not caught this yet? It's like, nobody's saying it. So I'll be the voice of the people and just say, like, I hope, no schadenfreude, I guess, but I hope that Trump gets coronavirus and dies. And is that, and maybe I should start this video over and not say that, but nope, leaving it in. And you guys are going, and my Republican followers are going, hey, I didn't come here for your commentary. I didn't come here for your liberal arts. That's right, you didn't. You came here for tapes, You came here for some fucking slabs. You came here for that, eighth of an inch, not eighth of an inch. What is it? What am I trying to say? You came here for those black plastic, those stacks that you feed to your video cassette recorder or whatever VCR starts with. And you're going, I'm searching the web. I'm showing up on, where's Josh on my feed to like give me some joy in these dark times. And you came to the right place. So with that long preamble, we're talking about Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. Is there something there? Is that something? Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. Bob Dylan's singing about it. Bob Dylan is still alive. He's still making... Anyway, let's not go into that. I'm glad Bob Dylan is alive. He can live till 150 and he can keep making bad albums with his burnt out voice. And it's like his most iconic work is years in the past anyway, and great, and we're better for it, and we need those records. But Bob, it's like, oh my gosh, do you hear what you're making now? This is bad. Let's talk about Children of the Corn. I watched this because I've been reading. I just finished last night, as a matter of fact, Night Shift, the Stephen King short story collection from 1986 featuring such hits as The Lawnmower Man, The Mangler, I Know What You Need, I Am the Doorway, Quitters Inc., Strawberry Swing. Let's see if I can name them all. What else is there? Graveyard Shift. Okay, that's enough. Anyway, great collection of stories. Great. Powerhouse. Dude, King is the fucking man. Bada bing. And, he was pretty zinged up on cocaine in those days. He was drinking like a case of tall boy lager in those days and making a mess of a nightmare existence for his poor wife and young children at the time. But he's sober now, has been for years, and he's still churning out great work. But hey, that story collection is a banger. Most of them are great. And so this is one of those in there. This is actually not one of the stories I enjoyed very much. I just feel like it lacks some oomph. And maybe it's just the sort of separation of time, reading it nearly 40 years later, or 50 years. My gosh, is that right? Yeah. Children of the Corn, I don't think it's that great of a story to begin with. And they've made so many sequels to this. The short story wasn't that good. This movie definitely isn't good. And then they made a ton of sequels because horror fans are hungry. They're like, got some more. They're like the the Leo DiCaprio meme from Wolf of Wall Street. You put out a horror film, people will watch it. It doesn't matter if it is trash, garbage. It doesn't matter if you dumped a turd into your toilet and filmed it, and called it a horror movie. Somebody will watch it and buy it on VOD and give it like a 1-star review. And that probably already exists anyway. You know, we're so far down the line of bizarre fetishes. Don't know why I'm talking about that. This has got Peter Horton from 30-something. Never seen that. Don't know what it is. Don't know who Peter Horton is, but he's in this. It's got Linda Hamilton. Of course I know who she is. The star of Terminator 2. Hello, you know, McFly. Terminator Dark Fate as well. Yeah, I think I know who Linda Hamilton is. But in this one, within the first 30 seconds that she's on screen, she's in like a nightgown doing a dance for her fiance, I guess. And it's just kind of cringy and bad acting and just off to a bad start. Now, it's not her fault. She's a good actress. It's bad writing of this script. Stephen King himself had written a script for this puppy, which probably was way better. And then some numbnuts wrote another one because the studio execs were like, not interested, Steve. Why don't you go back to your little stories? And they kicked him out, and but still gave him a big old fat check or something for this. Screenplay by George Goldsmith. Well, George, I'd say you screwed the doggone pooch on this because this is a real piece of shit. This is a real stinker. I could lie to you. I thought about doing this video under the pretense that I had watched this whole movie. Sorry, I didn't. It was bad enough that I turned it off. And so here come the horde of angry comments of like, you didn't even finish it. Oh, you didn't see the scene where she gets crucified on a corn stalk or something. And it's like, sorry, there's better movies to watch. And I'm even a fan of like a fun, bad horror movie. And I'm not gonna name any because I'll just get destroyed. I'm a fan of bad horror. I like laughing at bad movies, but some of them are just like, okay, this isn't scary. This isn't really fun. The acting is terrible. The way it's shot and the pacing and the music and all that are just really mediocre at best and just uninteresting. And so, I don't know, I probably got 45 minutes into it and I was just like, sorry, no thanks. Like, I have one life to live, and I'm not going to spend any more of it with children of the corn. Children of the corn! But what happens in this? In the opening scene, because I did see that part, you've got a couple, some nice families out at a diner. They're getting some burgers. They're getting some shakes. Ooh! And you know there's a cherry on top of that shake. Pa-pow! You know, Emerald's in the kitchen going, bam! You know, I wish you folks at home had smell-o-vision, because Emerald's in the kitchen making milkshakes for this little burger restaurant. And everybody's going, oh, it's Sunday after church. You know, I'm as safe as I could ever be. I'm just having a nice little American classic meal. And then here come the kids. Here comes angry little Isaac, the leader of them all. And he preaches the Bible or something, and he somehow interprets the Bible to mean only little kids are good and they need to kill all adults. And I'm like, cool, man. Yeah, that's not the worst interpretation of the Bible. You should see some of the shit that's going flying around on social media right now, interpretation of the Bible. You know, I'd say that one's like maybe one of the more positive versions of it. And so you know, these kind of tough guy kids come in, lock the doors, they kill all the adults, but the kids, they're like, hey, you can stick with us. You can come live in our cult in the cornfields and you can do a bunch of Bible stuff, and we're going to kill you when you're 19 years old, by the way, because of he who walks behind the rose. He who walks he who walks behind the rose, I'm going, where's he who walks behind the rose? What's a riff on that? Come on, you know, rose. I'm going rowing. Boats. Okay, I'm going rows, aisles, maybe at a store, maybe at a grocery store, maybe at a library. Rows. Okay. He who walks behind the rows, I'm going, hey, come out. What is this, hide and seek? I can't see you. You know, and that's all I could come up with. So He Who Walks Behind the Rose, kind of a guy they sacrifice to in this movie, kind of a guy the kids are like, this guy needs us to kill adults, and there's a little kid who's not down with this whole narrative, and he's like, I'm getting out. Pammy and Timmy, or whatever their names are, and kids are always the best actors, right? They always act with their hands. But little Johnny, or whatever your name is, why do you want to leave? And they have to like express with their hands all the time as if we talk this way. And little Johnny, or whatever his name is, the kid who runs away, Malachi, I don't know, whatever. He runs away and gets his dang throat cut. Graciously, they don't show us that part, but they show that blood on the leaves. And that's where the Kanye album lyric came from, because Kanye loves this movie. Hey, that's relevant. He's running for president, I guess. Cool. Good for him. And so you got the blood on the leaves, and then that kid wanders out into the road. Linda Hamilton and Peter Horton, they're just hamming it up on some trip in the car. They're singing, they're making fun of the preacher on the radio, and ba-bam! That little kid gets slapped by their car, just like, boom! Jose Canseco popping that kid with a bat, and somebody in the crowd at the baseball stadium is like, oh dang, he went all far and stuff. And don't do the accent of other races. You're gonna get in trouble for that. So anyway, but this kid gets knocked down, and he's dead, dude. He's dead as a bag of doornails or something. And beyond that, I don't really remember. I think that's about where I stopped, because I was just not into it. And I was like, "This okay, I've had enough." So that's basically where somehow I talked for 12 minutes about a movie I barely watched. So, and said some extremely, like, perhaps things that are going to get me in trouble, but who cares? Hey, it's 2020. We're ripping it wide open. It's time. Let's stop fooling around. Start telling the truth. And so I guess that's where this one's gonna end. And have a nice rest of July. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. I hope your family is well, and that you're taking care of yourself, and that you have what you need, and that is sincere. So be well. Goodbye. And by the way, this isn't the American flag. This is the French flag. So oui, bonjour.